Alrighty, so let's get going. I think we have quorum. So welcome to our April 15th Castle Kilbride Advisory Committee meeting. I would just like to remind everybody, as before, unless you're speaking, please have your session on mute, and then don't forget to unmute before you speak. Before we get going, I'd like to call on Angie, Councillor from the Township, to read the land acknowledgement.
We acknowledge with gratitude, as we gather virtually, that Wilmot Township is located on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Mississauga peoples. We also want to acknowledge the importance of the Dish with One Spoon Covenant, a peace agreement made between Indigenous nations before the settlers arrived. It characterizes our collective responsibility to each other and Mother Earth. We should only take what we need, leave enough for others, and keep the dish clean. By acknowledging this covenant and the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples, we are reminded of our important connection to this land where we live, learn, and work together as a community as we continue down this path of reconciliation.
Very good, thank you very much. And are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act? No, very good, thank you, so noted. And did everyone get a chance to review the minutes from the March 18th meeting? Any additions or deletions? No, I guess silence gives consent. So could we have someone move that we accept the minutes from the March 18th meeting as noted? Thank you. That's Angie. Could I have a second? Thank you. So let's get underway then. Business.
Right, so we were all set to open on April 3rd, but unfortunately with this last shutdown, we weren't even able to offer tours. We had to refund anyone who had booked for Easter weekend, but we're still, holding firm that when we reopen, we're going to go full steam ahead and still hopefully offer some special events throughout the summer months in the evenings when we can. So we're fingers crossed that we'll be able to open in May.
So this is the closure is just associated with the lockdown, and then you can open again?
Correct. Yes.
Good. Okay.
Yes, we are all ready.
Yeah, I guess so. The day before.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Are there any? So just there's no specific events to note yet because we don't really know what the schedule holds yet, right?
Not yet. No. Our first evening tours we have scheduled for the end of June. So hopefully we will be able to move ahead with that. We've still put out our advertising for summer students. So we're hoping that they will be able to start. That would be mid-June that they would begin if everything is on track.
Have they been selected yet or interviewed?
No, it's just the applications went out. We're accepting applications until I believe the 19th.
Is that contingent on grant?
Yeah.
Yes,
grant
absolutely.
approval.
Yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. Are there any questions for Sherry? No? Alrighty. Committee initiatives. So sent out last meeting. I received a number of asks, so thank you for that. Was anybody else thinking of volunteering for extra initiatives? Do we need to guilt you guys into? Okay.
I was going to say, suggest that if anyone hasn't yet, if they can just email you, we can add to the list. And
sure, yeah. If you haven't had time or chance or whatnot, it's still open. So there's lots to do, and as I said before, it is one of our main duties is to help out running things with the castle because there's only 2 of them. I can't do it all.
Yeah, I'll send you my list today or tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
I was just going to say, Len, that in putting that together, that we do have a nice selection from almost all of the categories. There's almost one person to help with that. So for items like writing and the exterior decor, probably within the month, I will connect with those individuals and we can start to get our game plan together.
Seems to be a lot of overlap, which is a good thing. Better to have too many people than not enough.
Absolutely.
None. So good.
We always like more the merrier.
Yeah, for sure. Good. What's the expression? My hands make light work, or something like that. Good. Okay. Any questions with respect to that? Nope. Okay. So new business. Anyone want to speak to that?
I can, if you want to get a quick update. So
Sure.
so World Storage is our new, that would be our new business, and just double checking. So we've just gone over some of the bids that we've received and weighing options and specs from that. And we are hoping within the next couple days actually to award, which we are excited about to be able to go forward with this one. It's a big project. As you know, it's going to take us the entire summer, properly packing up, rehousing. I know some people have asked Sherry and I, where are you going to put everything? We've got clever places. I mean, it's got to be locked and secured because of the collection. But we're completely emptying a room to put in, trucks for rolled storage. And when it is done, we will be the first to give everyone a tour, and we're hoping to start it actually after the summer. So it'll take us the entire summer to get everything organized, because what you take out needs to be put back in the right spot.
But now you're going to have brand new shelves to put everything back on. So.
Very excited. And it's going to double the space. So it's going to be fantastic. And then part of the project will entail kind of side projects that Sherry had noted on the list of things to help us with, which is the world of policies. So we're going to be entering some things that will tie into this project that all the committee members will be able to assist us with on approving some things to help us with the project.
Do you have any idea where you're going to deaccession things yet?
That's part of it. Yeah. So so some of the items that have been with the museum since it opened, would have been, great at that time. And then maybe like for us as curators, we find either duplicate copies that might be in a better condition, or maybe the condition of what we have might not be very good, or it actually doesn't even fit our mandate. So it's not uncommon for us, for the museum as well, the archives, that we find things that actually better suit a neighboring museum or archive. So for instance, it's not uncommon for us to, actually I got a little pile of things for our friends in Wellesley at the Historical Society that fits her mandate. So then we transfer it to there. And likewise, we receive things from other museum and archives that find things from Wilmot Township. So it's kind of weeding out so that you kind of get it so it's exactly fitting what your mandate is. So I think it'd be interesting once we go down that path, but it's deaccessioning.
Yeah. The mandate, is that something that we'll be looking at?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And it goes back to sort of our early planning, and it'll be nice, just kind of nice to revisit on what we collect, why we collect. Mm-hmm. And it's very clear. So, and it helps us on deciding what we choose to keep. So anything that's not inside Wilmot Township. And then of course, when it comes to duplicates or rare things, and it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Thanks. Anyone have any questions for Tracy? Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, obviously it's a lot of work, moving all the stuff out, putting it all back in. Do you need some committee members to help with that?
Yes, we would love the assistance. So we're hoping that this summer we're going to be able to pack things up and tag them, because everything, each artifact has their own specific number, which is entered into a database, and it's identified per shelf. So we need to tag everything from where it's come from and where it's going. So that's, we would love some help with that.
Okay, so you'll send out an email, I guess, when the time comes, or see who's available?
Absolutely. Yes. We're hoping that we can get things underway in the summer months, the
Mhm.
later like August into September is when we're hoping that that everything will be moved out and the shelving installed during the month of September. So
Okay,
that would be great.
So it's a
Sounds
full
good.
month to install all that.
It's actually a week, but for us to move things out and get it organized and so that it can go back systematically, we're planning on a couple of weeks to get that ready and then at least a week to move it all back.
Cool. I guess you'll need a column on your database as to where the thing went in the box and then where the box
Oh,
went.
oh yes, exactly.
It'll be fun.
Oh yes.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you. All right, now number 7, this is a new addition for recent acquisitions. I don't know if anybody noticed that as novel. So it's new and it's going to be in every meeting now going forward. This seems like a good fit. So Sherry, I think
Yes,
that's your baby. If you want to take it away.
yes, please. I'm just going to share my screen here for you. Yeah, quite excited to have this new category. We thought after last meeting, everybody was so interested in the collection that we should share some of the things that come in that make us incredibly excited. So even though we are not actively collecting at this time, we have had some people that have connected with us and have some real treasures that that they wanted to pass along, and we couldn't pass them up. So. Our first one, oh, I don't know why this isn't, there we go. We had a gentleman who brought in this wonderful Victorian biscuit warmer, which we think is from around 1890. And it's a beautiful silver plated piece that actually opens up, and you would put biscuits or buns on either side, and then you would place it over, like close to the heat of the stove to keep it nice and warm, and then bring it to a breakfast table or a dinner table for those to enjoy.
So it's contemporaneous with the house and its collection, but is that actually from here?
This one is not from here, but it is something that is the caliber, and it fits the Victorian category to complete our dining room table. So if we did have one that was like this, we would consider, what is the condition, and is it something that we can use, or should we pass on it?
It's a nice piece. Was it
Yes.
donated, did you say, or did we buy it?
Yes. So this was donated along with this piece here. It's a tiny little mustard pot that opens up and has cobalt blue glass on the inside. It is missing its tiny little spoon, but that's a-okay with us.
Beautiful.
There was also this beautiful fruit basket, and then we had a photograph that was donated of Baden School number 13. We haven't identified anyone in the photo yet, but I think this might be something that we put out to social media to ask if anybody perhaps knows anyone that they can identify a relative in this beautiful picture. And the last two actually came in today, and I'm going to hand this over to Angie.
Nice.
Well, thanks. So these are 2 pieces that I was able to bring in. I love spending my free time hunting auctions for Wilmot's treasures, and found the next 2 pieces, which the next one I'm super excited about. But yes, there it is. So came across this, and obviously was really excited, and messaged, I was going to leave it for a surprise, but then I just could not keep it to myself. So I messaged Tracy to share the good news of what I had located, and dropped it off today to Sherry, and was really excited to find out that this one is in fabulous condition and a really welcomed addition to our collection. So I'm thrilled that I was able to find this and bring this to the museum.
Yes, thank you so much for both of those pieces.
Where were they?
Both pieces I obtained through auction. So I was very concerned that the second piece with the from the Livingston family, that someone would Google my name and realize while I was bidding that who I was and maybe start putting the prices up. But no, I was able to get that tin for $65, and I was really, really excited. And it still had oil in it, and I was shocked when it arrived at my home at the size of it, because by the photo I was expecting something, maybe the size of a small oil can, but when it arrived to be the size of a giant cereal box, and it was, yeah, and for something of its age, I was thrilled for the condition. So it was really exciting to bring it back to our home. It was from Toronto, was where it ended up. So yes, yes. And the New Hamburg Creamery can was from Alliston. So
Wow,
yeah.
far ranging. That's neat.
Yes.
Yeah, they are absolutely wonderful. I actually have another slide here, which can show you the one on the left is one that we have in our collection, and you can see it's dented, but you can't see that its handle is it has collapsed. So the handle that you brought in is in perfect condition. And then the one on the right is actually a tiny little one that's a newer one. So you can see the difference is the older one says Livingston's at the top, and the newer one says Dominion. And I also noticed too, Angie, that on the side of your tin, it actually says 9 pounds. That's what its weight is, 9 pounds, whereas this little guy on the right is only 4 ounces. But yeah, so super exciting day today when I was at the castle. I was really happy to receive those, and thank you so very much. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's the exciting things that have come into the castle this past month.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Is there any correspondence to discuss? No correspondence?
None at this time. No.
Very well. Okay, a roundtable. Anyone have anything to share? Yes? Colleen?
Yes. It is with a heavy heart that I wish to announce the passing of Mary Eileen McClear. For those new members who may not have had the privilege of knowing Mary Eileen, she was a member of this committee and a castle supporter from day one. She passed away Saturday, April the 10th, of pancreatic cancer. Leaving to mourn are her husband Ted, daughter Julia and Dan, son Brendan and Bethany, and 3-year-old granddaughter Allegra. Mary Eileen was appointed to the Friends of Castle Kilbride fundraising committee by the Mayor Lynn Myers in 1993. At the first kickoff at Waterloo, Oxford, this hardworking committee had raised $127,000. This committee of the movers and shakers of Wilmot Township, with the help of government grants, were able to raise $500,000 in just 9 months. Mary Eileen continued to serve the castle for the remainder of her life. Storytelling was her passion, and no Halloween party was complete without Mary Eileen in the Belvedere telling ghost stories. Her love of live theater had her acting in our murder mystery nights. Wherever needed, Mary Eileen could be found. History and heritage was an important part of her life. She left our board to work tirelessly on Wilmot Heritage. Mary Eileen was a true asset to this township. Her dedication to Wilmot Heritage and her love of Castle Kilbride will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, dear friend. Your life was a blessing, your memory a treasure. You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure.
Colleen?
If I can just add to that, that's beautiful, Colleen. That sums up Mary Eileen. When Sharon and I were talking about after she passed, just how significant she was to us for since the day I walked into this position. and helping us when Sherry's doing exhibits. We could call her with the most random question, and she always had this. I always wanted to go to the magical attic that she could just walk in and pick something up, and we'd say, "Oh, do you have an empty Burke's box?" "Oh yes, I've got 3." It was, or just even costumes and things. So she was so resourceful on helping us with exhibits, helping with events. And you're right, the Belvedere. Halloween is 100% her. I know she was incredibly instrumental with helping us write the Castle Kilbride book. And for those of you that haven't seen it, it was this one that the Castle Committee wrote, and helping edit and publish this book. It was our first one as a committee that we were so very proud of to publish. I also think back to, she was chair of Heritage Wilmot on the Heritage Committee, which was wonderful as well. And even during COVID, she was writing and helping Sherry and I write articles to keep engaged with the public. And she kept writing, and right up until COVID hit, she was coming in two or 3 times a week and transcribing ledger books and old letters with the most beautiful handwriting I've ever seen. And just loved coming in. We loved having her in, and her support will be missed. And yeah, she was just a ray of sunshine. So we certainly will miss her.
Is there anything the Castle can send along to the family or anything?
Oh, I should add, yes. So from the Castle Committee and Heritage Wilmot, we have sent the family some flowers and our sympathies for both of our committees.
Thank you for that. All right. It's unfortunate. Thank you for sharing, Colleen. Does anyone else have anything to say or add? Anything, just, information sharing, the roundtable? No? Okay. Tracy, you look like you wanted to say something?
So I was going to say, I thought, no, I'll say for the next meeting in May on some other updates and things like that.
Okay. Very well, that brings us to the end then. Can I have someone move that we adjourn for the evening? Thank you, Colleen. So I guess that wraps us up. We'll, I guess for the May meeting on May 20th, we're also going to do virtual. I hope people are starting to become more comfortable with it. It actually does get easier. All right. So with that, I guess I'll say good night. Thanks for coming.
Right.
Thank you, Lynn.
To see everybody. Take care.